Hey guys, First Bell Comic Book University and Brave New World issue number 1 of 5. Guys, this comic basically has 3 different stories in it. The first one has to do with the Submariner being attacked down in Atlantis proper by some of his own people. And, you know, they're basically internal terrorists, insurgents, whatever. And they're trying to take him out. Now, there's always some kind of a reason for an Atlantean to try and take over or kill Namor or whoever the person in charge is. That's just like part and parcel with being a Atlantean. I mean, when push comes to shove, it is one of the older civilizations. And the older a civilization is, the more sense of this is how things are supposed to be because this is things have always been like this way. So yeah, the more conservative nature, the longer running a civilization, the heavier handed the conservative part of that particular country is going to be. And when talking about the oldest civilization on the face of the earth, yeah, go figure. So we have Namor suddenly getting a visit now by the original Human Torch and his old sidekick Toro, who is an Inhuman now instead of a mutant. I remember when they did the change because, hey, but I also remember when they all of a sudden said that he was a mutant as opposed to just, yeah, he just had his powers, whatever. So basically, they're considered political dissidents from upstairs, you know, in the surface world with the Hydra situation going, especially their old friend who they were part of Invaders with, Captain America. Now, go figure, Namor was also a member of that Invaders team. So they come down there and they're asking for refuge, for asylum. He brings them into this old temple of theirs and he basically turncoats on them. And he says, yeah, we're going to capture you and hold you. And the next time Hydra comes, we're going to hand you over because God forbid, you know, you have no idea of what Captain America will do to us if, you know, he finds out that we were hiding you guys. So it's funny because as tough as Namor is and always has been and as stubborn as he's always been, to see him actually afraid really says something. And that's something that, you know, like you don't usually see very often. It's very rare. I mean, even when he was facing death at the hands of the Black Panther and, of course, Black Bolt back right before the end of the original Marvel Universe, yeah, he was steadfast and obstinate and stubborn, and he just did not care. Not he didn't care, but he was like, you know, screaming in the face of death, man. So, yeah, seeing him actually afraid, that's telling of just how dangerous Captain America could be when he's unfettered. So moving on, we get to see Mile Hydra. This is a story about Raz Malhotra. He's the new giant man, and he's trying to get home to his family in Denver. Meanwhile, the original shrinkers, I guess, not really, whatever, the shrinkers and growers, Scott Lang and the Wasp, they're trying to get a hold of him so that he can come over and join their team. Now, you know what I would actually like to see now? I would actually like to see all the growers and shrinkers. Actually, I know it's a really weird way to say it, but whatever, all right? The size alteration people. I would like to see them in some kind of an assault against even just like a simple Hydra contingent, a little base. That, I think, would be a really cool story. Maybe they'll do that. There's enough of them. So basically, he goes back and he's able to save his family before he gets taken off. And, you know, it's a cute little story. It doesn't actually do anything to further any of the stories. So after that, we get Propagandamonium, which is a Gwenpool story. And this is actually a very, very fun story. A news anchor, Peter Pena. He's basically been roughed up in a really bad way, and Hydra's telling him, hey man, you need to say this and this and this on a newscast. He's basically a news anchor. So on and so forth, and it's Gwenpool. So there's very funny stuff going on here, and I definitely did enjoy this. Here's the thing. I'm going to give this comic a C+. Now, it was good, all right? It was very good. It's still in the passing, you know, go ahead, scoot on to the next grade kind of thing, but only one story actually did anything to further along anything. In fact, it didn't actually propagate the story. It didn't push the Secret Empire story. All this was just a whole bunch of stories that were just happening during this time, which is cute, which is great, which is fine. I have no problems with it. It's like, yeah, we were involved, but the stories themselves didn't actually push anything. And the only one that had any kind of relevance whatsoever to what was going on in Secret Empire was the first one, that Namor was under the threat of assault from an invasion from Captain America and the agents of Hydra. So that aside, this was really just an issue that didn't really do anything. Next issue was promising to be a little bit better. We're supposed to see the new Patriot, so I'm actually looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University, class dismissed.